all for this. We're gonna stand on top with our hands in the sky. Gonna raise our cup to the stadium lights.
For Dogtown Incorporated, the biggest win, his first win. Gutierrez wins the Indianapolis 250.
We celebrate with the city tonight. Hear the hometown cheer, it's the ultimate high.
And your 2023 Haas IndyCar Series champion is Luna in the 00.
What's going on, everybody? Caleb here, and after a couple weeks on break, we are finally back with the 2024 Haas IndyCar Series season, and we are here at the Kansas Speedway in Kansas City, Kansas for race number 8 on the season, and we're ready for 52 laps of action here tonight under the lights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Koch Industries 125K here at the Kansas Speedway. And as aforementioned, race number 8 on the 2024 Haas IndyCar Series season. And I think we're in for a good one here tonight. We're back on the newly reconfigured version of Kansas. And once again, we are back under the lights. So that means faster speeds for all these guys. Make this a lot more interesting as it goes on, but good thing, I bet anticipation of all these guys right now is through the roof, because you know what, we've got Kansas here, and in just a couple weeks it'll be Indy 250 week. Got a lot of good stuff coming up there, and it'll all be bookended by the biggest race of the season, and arguably the biggest race on the channel, the Indianapolis 250. So really looking forward to all of that. But right now we're here in Kansas, and I got a lot of stuff to go over. First of all, let's take a look at the point standings. Thomas Truxell still sits atop of the point standings, although that seems to have become a familiar sight for him so far this season. So far this year, actually, as at the time of recording this, Truxell not only leads the Haas IndyCar Series points, but he's also leading the point standings over in the Wawa Cup Series and the Body Armor Pro Series. So Thomas Truxell has been absolutely on fire on the channel as of late. Right, taking a look further on down, Angel Olivares had a rough stretch of races, but managed to snatch a podium last race, at Texas. Now back up to second in point 17 back of Thomas Truxell. And looking further on down, you got Zachary Fitzwater, third in points, 24 back. Bradley Bradshaw in fourth, 32 back. Chris Reynolds sits in fifth, 39 back. Wilmington is 668 back. Anderson is seventh, 72 back. Luna, last week's winner, is tied with Anderson, also 72 points back. Logan Williams is ninth, 86 back. And John Andrews currently runs at the top 10 in points. He right now is 91 points back coming into this race. But gonna be interesting to see how the points shake up after this one. Thomas Truxell starting about midfield, but he is starting on the outside, which is known to not quite work as well at this place, but we'll just have to see how things go. But starting on the pole this week, it's the number 75, Justin Zaidel. Starts on the pole this week for Otter Island Motorsports. A much-needed pole there for Otter Island Motorsports. They have had a year to forget so far here in the 2024 Haas IndyCar Series season. Looking to turn it around, and Zaidel hoping to do just that this week. But I think that's enough chit-chat from me. I think it's about time to get these guys rolling here from the Kansas Speedway. And as they do, we'll take a quick look at your starting lineup here for the Koch Industries Kansas 125K. As aforementioned, starting on the pole, it's a 75 of Justin Zaidel, starting alongside the 00 of Christian Vargas. It's also on the front row. Row number 2, we find the 88 of Nicholas Samadillo, starting alongside the 95 of Richard Kinghart. Row 3, we have the 73 of Chris Reynolds, starting alongside the 81 of Zachary Fitzwater. Row 4, we have the 97 of Aaron Abel starting alongside the 54 Bradley Bradshaw. Winner at both Richmond and Homestead. Only multi-time winner so far this season. Have to see how much longer he can continue that. And rounding out the top 10 in row number 5, we got the 25 of Landon Smith Jr. and the 5 of Braden Perez. But race report will be on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, as well as the previous winners. It's going to be a 52-lap race here tonight, and should see a pit stop also this race. Windows about from lap 32 to 38, so that'll make things interesting if this stays green. But pace car is going to make the left-hand turn onto pit road, and it's going to be Justin Zidell and Christian Vargas who's going to lead us to the green flag. We're racing here in the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway. Coming back to lead lap number 1, Zidell is going to be able to hold on for the time being, but here comes the number 73. Chris Reynolds is now up to second. Aaron Abel trying to follow suit, and that number 97, and for the race lead potentially, here comes the number 73 of Chris Reynolds, trying to get to the inside of Zidell. Going to see if he's going to be able to make it work, and he is going to be able to make it work. New leader here on lap number 2. It's the 73 of Chris Reynolds to the point here at Kansas, and early in the going, it's going to look a little bit like a pack race, and we got some 3 wide going on here. As you can see there, Bradshaw actually got a pretty good run there on the outside lane. You can kind of make the outside lane work, and this might become the predominant lane as the tires start to wear, and that's another thing to potentially watch out for here, is that tire wear will definitely become a factor, and as those tires wear, the cars will become a lot more unstable and it'll be a lot harder to pass. But up front, how about this? The 97, Aaron Abel to the point here on lap number 4. NS Racing also desperately looking for a good run. They're coming into this race pretty sure, yeah, dead last in the owner standings. They are desperately in need for a good run here today. They started turning it around last week at Texas. Aaron Abel had a pretty good run, and that number 97, taking advantage of that caution during the pit cycle, stayed out and got some track position, brought it home P6. They're out front right now, and you're starting to see it's starting to string out just a little bit, but still got some instances of 3 wide here. You got Logan Williams, Avery Alford, and Under Baranowskis, and Thomas Troxel. He has not had a good run so far. He's found his way at the back of the field. Same for Avery Alford there in the 41. Not a good run for either of those guys. See where Zachary Fitzwater is. He's trying to hold strong up here. I think, yeah, he's just outside of the top 10 last time they went by. So this could potentially be a decent point stay here for Zachary Fitzwater, although he is starting to kind of fall back on that outside. I'll have to see if he can hang on. But back up front, Aaron Abel holding strong with the race lead. Chris Reynolds is sitting comfortably in second, and John Andrews has made his way up to third. Has a potential run here on Chris Reynolds. He's going to look to the inside down the front straightaway. And into turn number 1, Chris Reynolds is going to take the spot away from Chris Reynolds. And now here comes the 59. Dylan Matthews potentially looking for third. Brennan Wilmington. This could be a potential good points day for him. He's up here in the top 5. And 75, Zidell kind of falling back there on that outside lane. Zachary Fitzwater's found his way back to the inside. And right now, I think he is sitting in 11th once again. He came by 12th, but just past the 75. So, could maybe potentially see Zachary Fitzwater get himself up there in points. As they're running right now, he'd probably take the points lead because, yeah, Thomas Truxell He is still not having a good day. He's right now on the outside of 3 wide. This is actually for the 27th position, and around goes Richard Kinghart. Into Ace Garcia, and they're wrecking into the outside wall. That's both the Trackhouse cars. And we have got our first caution of the night. Racing back to the line, it's going to be the 97 of Aaron Abel, who's going to lead the field to the caution flag. But man, did not expect that. And that's going to be a tough break for all those guys involved, especially the 41 of Angel Oliveira, who looked to start to turn the season back around last week. And it's going to be another DNF for the 41. And once again, at no fault of her own. Now this is going to be really interesting. And you're seeing here, already seeing some split strategy. Aaron Abel's going to stay out. Andrews is going to come in. So is Vargas, Smith Jr., Andrews, Clifton, Fitzwater, Lona. And all these other guys are staying out, like Reynolds, Matthews, Wilmington, Perez, Zidell. Got some split strategy here because the pit window here is about 32 to 38 laps, if you can stretch it that far. So that'll be very close to the end. If you can stretch it to 38, that'll put you at about... Now that will put you at lap 50. So I guess these guys are hoping to potentially only make it on one stop. I don't know. It's pretty interesting what's going on here. I also wonder if maybe these guys are staying out and they'll pit at a later lap. Because, like I said, all these guys, it's pretty much a coin toss whether they're going to make it to the end or not. It's going to be very, very close. We'll see what these guys do, because maybe if they pace around for a few laps, they'll be able to come in, and then they might be able to make it. We'll see what happens, but really quick, we'll take a quick look at what brought us under our first caution of the night, and we'll get you back to the racing action here at the Kansas Speedway, here in the Koch Industries 125K. Well, got a little impatience early on in the going here at the Kansas Motor Speedway. As you can see right here, 38 of Logan Williams going to try to slide up in behind the 27 of Ace Garcia. Accidentally just barely going to hook the number 27 down into the number 95. And that is going to spin Richard Kinghart around. And up here, Angel Gutierrez getting sent off in the infield. Kinghart comes up the track right into the 27 of Ace Garcia, and Angel Gutierrez is going to come back up the track, and unfortunately right into the path of his teammate Angel Oliveira. And that's also going to spin both of them around, and that's a hard shot to the outside wall for Oliveira. And you're going to see the car go right there, so that's going to be a DNF for the number 41 of Oliveira. Really tough break for the car coming in this race, second in points. Thomas Troxel might have got a little bit of damage in this, might have scraped the outside wall a little bit, but I think he was able to get it woed up in time. So, probably being no harm, no foul for that number 52. You know, also really tough break there for the 27 of Ace Garcia, also getting caught up in this one. But we'll take one more quick look at full speed, and we'll get y'all back to the racing action here at the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway. Taking a look now here at full speed, you're going to see Williams just barely clip the 27, spin 95 around, and you're going to see up there Gutierrez comes up the track right into her teammate, right into his teammate, and unfortunately Angel Oliveira, she's not going to be very happy with that. I'm going to take the 41 right out of the race. And it's going to be another tough break for the 41. Like I said, once again, at no fault of her own. And that's going to set a lot of these guys, Kinghart, Gutierrez, Garcia, behind the 8 ball for this upcoming restart. But had some split strategy here under the caution. Had a lot of guys stay out, had a lot of guys come in. But Aaron Abel was one of those guys that stayed out, and he's going to be your race leader here on the restart here at the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway. Welcome back to the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway, wrapping up our first caution of the night, which is unfortunately going to take Angel Olvera out of the race. So that's going to be a last place finish for that number 41, and that's also going to put Ace Garcia 1 lap down. To see what happens on this restart, but all the guys that stayed out, seems like they're committed to staying out. I guess their hope is that the guys who just came in cannot make it to the end. So got some split strategy here. We'll have to see how it pays off for each party, but pace car is going to pull onto pit road, and we're going to restart here on lap number 15. Top 5 is Aaron Abel, Chris Reynolds, Dylan Matthews, Brennan Wilmington, and Braden Perez. We're back, Green Flag Racing here at the Koch Industries Kansas 125K. And yeah, Ace Garcia not going in that number 27. Oh boy, he might be one to watch out for as this race goes on. He's probably going to have to be someone that these guys have to maneuver around, and already causing some trouble for a lot of these guys who came down pit road. Staying on the inside there, holding up that entire inside lane, including Clifton, Diacomo, Parton, Taylor, Williams, Troxel, and Angel Gutierrez. All going to have to try and find a way around this 27. Parton moves to the outside. I think that's pretty much going to be... Oh, boy. He comes... Oh, he gets turned by the 8, and a row up. Around goes the 27 to Garcia, and that's going to collect Williams and Thomas Troxel. And the caution is back out here at Kansas. And Ace Garcia, he's probably not going to be able to continue after that one. And unfortunately, that is going to collect the 52 of Thomas Troxel, who was already not having a good day. And that's going to be big implications in the point standings, as now your top 2 in points have both had issues tonight. Now one of them is out of the race, and one of them is with damage, but also, unfortunately, that's completely going to blow open the strategy, and that is not going to work for all these guys who just came into the pits a couple laps before under that caution. But now everybody should be able to make it to the end, and you're seeing, yeah, here, everybody's coming into the pit lane. But man, oh man. Looks like everyone's going to be taking 4 tires, filling it up with fuel. However, it looks like it is still kind of going to work out for all the guys who came down before, and it looks like, I'd say for most of these guys, it was probably just gas and go, as they probably took tires under the last caution. And it looks like it's going to be the 00 of Christian Vargas, who's going to be leading the field off of pit road. John Andrews, Landon Smith Jr., Brad Stover, Luna Lona, Bruno Diacomo, and then there's Aaron Abel, the first who stayed out under that last caution. Thomas Troxel is actually going to be up here. It'll be interesting to see if he's going to be able to stay on pace or not. I guess we'll just have to see if they were able to get that damage fixed or not, but yeah, it's going to be the 00 Christian Vargas. Looks like he's going to be leading the field now, but we'll take a quick glance here at what brought us under our second caution of the night. here at the Koch Industries Kansas 125K. Well, unfortunately for Ace Garcia, his not so great season that he's had so far is unfortunately going to get a little bit worse here. He's going to come up there into the 8 of Tanner Parton, and it's going to spin both of them into the outside wall. And 27 is going to ricochet back down to the 24 of Giacomo. He's going to ricochet back into the outside wall. And going to slam it pretty hard there, and he's going to come back down the track right into the path of Logan Williams and Thomas Troxel. And it's almost going to send the 27 over there. Luckily, he is going to stay on all 4 wheels, but he's going to get a little bit of air there. And unfortunately, like I said, that is also going to take out the 38 of Logan Williams and the 52, your points leader, Thomas Troxel. I think, luckily for these two, the damage isn't too severe, so they should be able to continue, but they might not be quite up to pace, so that's really unfortunate for those guys. And Ace Garcia probably going to be out of the race after this one. So yeah, really unfortunate for him to add to his very unlucky season that he's had so far over here and over in the Wawa Cup Series. Really tough break for him. But we'll take one more quick look here at full speed, and then we'll get y'all back to the racing action here at the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway. Taking a look here at full speed. Just came up there on the 8 at just the wrong time, and unfortunately that just sets off a chain reaction that sends the 27 into the outside wall, and then coming down and collecting Thomas Troxel and Logan Williams. But you know what they say, that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And yeah, like I said, real unfortunate for everyone involved, especially Ace Garcia and Thomas Troxel. Gonna set him behind the 8 ball here on this upcoming restart. I have to see if he's able to keep pace. We'll just have to wait and see. But had some more interesting strategy on pit road this time, and it's going to be the 00 of Christian Vargas, who's going to lead the field back to the green flag here at the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway. Welcome back to the Koch Industries Kansas 125K here at the Kansas Speedway, wrapping up our second caution of the night, which is going to take the 27 of Ace Garcia out of the race. A very tough break for him, especially considering the season that he's had so far here and over in the Wawa Cup Series. His run over there has been absolutely abysmal. He's had absolutely no luck, and unfortunately for him, it's not been much better over here, but hopefully he'll be able to turn it around soon. Fortunately, today just won't be the day, but still got 28 cars left in the race. All 28 are on the lead lap. And coming back to the restart here on lap number 21, your top 5 is going to be the 00 Christian Vargas, John Andrews, Landon Smith Jr., Brad Stover, and Luna Lona. Your top 5 as we're back green flag racing here at the Koch Industries 125K here at Kansas. Back here already, Landon Smith Jr. trying to make a move on John Andrews for second. Luna Lona in the 16 underneath the 99. And Lona's actually going to go for third here. She's got a run on the 07 of John Andrews. And Lona is going to take that spot away, and Aaron Abel's not out of it just yet. He's made his way up to 4th here on this restart. And for the race lead, here comes the 25. Landon Smith Jr. to the point here at Kansas. And right behind him, it's a 16 of Landon Smith Jr. Aaron Abel washed wide there. Almost got into the 00, but it's going to hang on to it. Almost 3 wide there, but John Andrews is going to think better of it. And problem for the 55 of Noah Clifton. That is an engine failure, and he is done. Angel Gutierrez also with an engine failure in that 49. Although not as bad as the 55. Gutierrez will be able to continue. Noah Clifton will not. Tough break there for that number 55 team. It's going to be a piston that goes bad on that number 55 Tracoan Racing machine. It's a really, really tough break there for him. But up front, Landon Smith Jr. is leading the way, but he's got company right on his gearbox, and the company's going after each other as Aaron Abel is going to move his way back up to second. And now they're going to be side by side for third, John Andrews and Luna Lona. And we got kind of a breakaway between the top five. And you got sixth right now is actually the 79 of Trey Smith, who started dead last in this race. He's made his way up into the top 10. Now potentially fighting for a top 5. He's trying to catch up to our race leaders now. Looking further on back, you got 34 Brennan Wilmington, Zachary Fitzwater, Nicholas Samadillo, and right now Braden Perez is going to be rounding out your top 10 here. And looking here, Thomas Truxell, he was involved in that accident, but he's tried his best to keep pace with these guys, and right now looks to be doing so on that number 52, so he's not out of it just yet. But looking up front for the race lead, it's the number 97 once again, Abel back out to the front here at Kansas. Gets past number 25. Brad Stover's made his way up to third. Luna Lona's fallen back a little bit in that number 16. But here we go again, Landon Smith Jr., he's going to put up a fight for that race lead. They're side by side once again as we come to complete lap number 26. Don't look now. Here comes the number 99 now. Brad Stover closing in on these guys. Abel's going to secede the position there. And is going to drop down to third as Smith Jr. and Stover are both going to get by. But Abel got a pretty good run there. It's the 79 is going to wash a little bit wide there in 3 and 4. It's going to be side by side with Brennan Wilmington, and don't look now, here comes Zachary Fitzwater and that number 81. Trying to gain on these guys. Now Abel going back for second on that number 99. He's not going to quite get it just yet, but John Andrews is going to go for it. Didn't quite get enough momentum there to get the move done, though. Brennan Wilmington fighting with Trey Smith here. Wilmington's going to take sixth away. Smith going to try to cross the 34 over. Is he going to try to go for it in turn 1? Not quite. Up here, Aaron Abel going for second once again on the 99 of Brad Stover. Not quite going to get it just yet. We're starting to see the outside rubber in just a little bit. So, starting to see you guys hold their own a little bit there on the outside. And Stover's actually got a pretty good run here. On the 25 of Smith Jr., Stover's going to get to the inside for the race lead. Here comes the 99 of Stover. And up ahead, there's the 49, Angel Gutierrez. Watch out for him. I have to see how these guys maneuver around the 49. Oh, 49's going to stay up high. That's not what Landon Smith Jr. wants, but it's now going to drop down low and block the 99. And oh boy, off of turn 4, they're going to split the 49 through the middle. And eventually the 49 is going to stick up on the outside. That's going to hold up, unfortunately, John Andrews and Brennan Wilmington, as well as some more of these guys back here. Have to see if they can all get through the 49 cleanly. I don't think the 49 is as slow as the 27 was, so hopefully that shouldn't be too big of an issue. But man, Wilmington, I don't know. Wilmington's not going to be happy with that number 49, Angel Gutierrez. He's finally going to get down to the inside. But that did cost him a lot of spots. He's going to drop down to the 17th position, I believe. Have to see if he can potentially fight his way back up to the front. But out front, it's still the number 25, Landon Smith Jr. out front. For a second now, here comes the number 97 of Aaron Abel. Trying to take the spot away from Stover. It looks like he's going to do so through 1 and 2. Trey Smith also looking to the inside, but Stover's got a little bit of drafting help on the outside there from Luna Lona. And it's going to stay clear from the number 79. Looking back here, Bradley Bradshaw's made his way up here into the top 10. He's right behind these guys, but potentially a shot here. Had a really good finish here. But yes, the tires wear and the track starts to rubber in. It's going to make it a little bit more hard to pass. And these guys will start to hold their own a little bit more on that outside lane. And oh boy, that's the 38 of Logan Williams, who's a little bit off the pace. He was involved in that wreck with Garcia and Troxel. Ooh, they're going to go 3 wide behind the number 38. Fitzwater's going to use Williams as a pick and get by the 79 of Trey Smith. Trey Smith's going to have to get down to the inside here. He's going to get to the middle as Andrews is going to be able to get underneath. But Smith is finally going to get by the 789 there. How about this for a second? Luna Lona underneath the 97 of Aaron Abel, excuse me. Lona's going to take that spot away. Bradshaw has made his way up into the top 5 now. Bradshaw's looking pretty quick here. How about the 13, Max Anderson? Also up here in the top 5 as Abel goes back after Lona for second. And Abel's going to take that spot away. Bradley Bradshaw also trying to follow through, but Lona's going to hold her own on the outside. Anderson trying to use the outside to get by the 54. Not going to quite be able to do it. Also might lose a position here to the 99 of Stover. And now the 2 Team Velocity cars are going to go at it. For the 3rd position, Bradley Bradshaw and Luna Lona going at it. Lona's going to get a pretty good run there on the outside. He's going to hold on for now. Is Bradshaw going to be able to stay inside? No, he's going to slot in behind the 16. And is just barely going to slot back in front of the 13 there of Max Anderson. But yeah, Landon Smith Jr. holding strong right now out front, and this is definitely a much-needed run for that number 25, and that'll definitely help him if he's able to pull this off. Coming into this race, 29th in points, still yet to score a top 10 on the season. With only 54 points right now to his credit, this win would really boost, not only would boost him up in points, but it also probably give him a nice confidence booster and some momentum as we go into Indy 250 week. Still got 13 laps to go, and lap traffic still could potentially be an issue here as they probably will catch Angel Gutierrez again. You also got the 95 Richard Kinghart, who was involved in that first accident. These guys might potentially have to filter through. Lona right on the gearbox of Abel for second. Bradshaw and Max Anderson going at it for 4th. And how about Andrew Baranowskis? Baranowskis has made their way up here in the top 10. Baranowskis also in much need of a good run here. Coming into this race 24th in the point standings, but coming into this race with a lot of momentum. Got a podium finish last race at Texas. Looking to try to get back-to-back top 10s here. Maybe even potentially back-to-back top 5s. As that 33 is looking pretty quick here. Have to see if they're able to pull it off. Aaron Abel, a little bit of a run there on the number 25. Had to get out of the gas a little bit there, though, in 3 and 4. Really starting to see the tire wear come into effect as cars becoming really unstable now, as now Luna Lona is going to go after Aaron Abel for second. Abel's going to hold his own there on the outside, and here we go. They've caught the number 49, Angel Gutierrez. And Landon Smith Jr. is going to make relatively quick work of the 49, but Gutierrez is going to hold up Aaron Abel here. Excuse me, Abel's going to go through the middle, and that's going to hold up the 16 of Luna Lona. Lona is going to find her way to the inside, but that cost the 16 a bunch of spots. Now down to 8th for Luna Lona. And up front, Landon Smith Jr. has a new challenger. It's the 54, Bradley Bradshaw. 2 wins on the year so far. Looking for win number 3 and even a potential opportunity to potentially take the point lead here. Right on the gearbox now with the 25 of Landon Smith Jr., but we're not quite done with lap traffic just yet. Right up ahead is the 95 of Richard Kinghart. They'll probably have to deal with him before this race is done, but we're getting into the closing stages now. Time is running out here from Kansas. Oh boy, how about this? Really good run there from the 13, Max Anderson, to the gearbox of Bradley Bradshaw. Looking to make this a 3-horse race for the lead. Oh, and they're going to catch Kinghart at a pretty unopportune time. Bradshaw trying to use Kinghart as the pick. He's going to. Here comes Bradley Bradshaw. Oh, he's just barely going to get to the inside of the 95. Max Anderson inside trying to follow suit, and Bradshaw is going to take the lead here on lap 47. Oh no, heartbreaker there for Landon Smith Jr., and it's going to be really hard now to get back up there. But Bradley Bradshaw looking for win number 3 on the season. Max Anderson right behind him. He's looking for redemption after Richmond. And Landon Smith Jr. just looking for a good run here in that number 25. But just got a couple laps to go now. I don't think they're going to catch Logan Williams. They might. I don't know. We'll have to see. Max Anderson, though, trying to rally up one good final run on Bradley Bradshaw. Landon Smith Jr. really trying to rally up a good final run. He's trying to get by Max Anderson here. Not going to quite be able to do it just yet. But this time they're going to come by and they're going to take 3 laps to go. Here from Kansas, that was not a good 3 and 4 there by Max Anderson. Here comes the 25. Landon Smith Jr. to the inside of the 13. Now with 3 laps to go here from Kansas. See if it's going to be able to clear him in 1 and 2. No, he's not. Anderson is going to rally on the outside, and he's going to stay clear of the number 25. Anderson still trying to rally up one final charge here on the 54, Bradley Bradshaw. He's gaining on the 54. He's got it under 2/10 here. I still don't know if they're going to catch Logan Williams or not. They might catch him on the last lap. We'll have to see, but Max Anderson, he's closed the gap to Bradley Bradshaw, but that wasn't a very good 3 and 4 there. Bradshaw now has a little bit of distance as he's going to come to take a white flag. 1 lap to go here at Kansas. I think they are going to catch the 38 of Logan Williams. They are. Bradshaw looking to the outside. He's going to be blocked by Logan Williams. Here comes Max Anderson in the 13. Through 3 and 4 for the final time. He's not going to quite get there. Off of turn number 4, Bradley Bradshaw. 3rd win on the season. Bradshaw wins the Koch Industries Kansas 125K. Wow, wow. Bradley Bradshaw is going to nab his 3rd win in 8 races, and that's going to bring Scuderia Team Velocity their 4th win on the season. So Scuderia Team Velocity has won half of the races that we have had so far this season. That is absolute domination from this team. And goodness gracious, Bradshaw definitely, he had to fight for that one. And looked like for a second there, it just might have come crashing down there at the end, but luckily he was able to get around the 38 of Logan Williams, and he is going to hold on and get the win here at the Koch Industries 125K. But taking a look at your finishing results here from Kansas, Bradley Bradshaw gets his 3rd win on the year. Max Anderson's going to come home in 2nd. Still a great run for that 13. And Landon Smith Jr. still going to come home P3. Still a much-needed run for that number 25. And I think he's still going to be happy with that. But so, yeah, it kind of hurts considering all the laps he led there towards the end. But sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles here. But taking a look further on down, Aaron Abel's going to come home in 4th. Baranowskis is going to come home with a top 5, and looking further on down, Luna Lona in 6th, Dylan Matthews 7th, Brad Stover 8th, Nicholas Samadeo 9th, and Trey Smith is going to round out your top 10 here from Kansas, but boy, oh boy, what an absolute barn burner that was. But next race is going to be the NTT Data Indy Grand Prix at the Indianapolis Road Course. And that ought to be a good one. It'll be Indy 250 week when that race goes up. It'll be going up on Thursday, May 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But got a lot of cool stuff coming up for Indy 250 week. It's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope to see you all there. But once again, congratulations to Bradley Bradshaw for winning the Koch Industries Kansas 125K. And I will see you all at Indianapolis. Y'all take care and have a good one. Here are your point standings after race number 8 on the season.